You heard this self-help advice before, the advice to frame positively. I want to tell you that if you are doing that right now as a writer, you are wrong. And that instead, you should frame the current framing you have. Now, if you are trying to accomplish anything in today's day and age, you will probably stumble across some self-help advice. I've listened to it before, I've felt inspired by that before, and maybe I also improved by listening to self-help advice, but what I want to tell you is that it's not giving you the full picture. Now, when it comes to positive framing, I think the major goal is to, if you experience certain negative experiences, that you frame it positively, that you describe or try to look at the positive that a negative emotion will give you, that maybe the next time you can improve from that, or that you can improve your whole life from it. On a surface level, that may sound like a good idea, but it actually removes us as writers from the thing that we should assign the most value to, which is emotions. As I mentioned in previous videos, what we are actually trying to do within our writing is we are trying to transport emotions to our audience. And in order to do that, we have to be experts of how to describe emotions, how to transfer them, and how to best trigger them within our audience. If you listen to the self-help advice that tries to tell you that, well, everything can be framed positively, every negative experience can be regarded from a positive side, how then should you become an expert of negative emotions? How then should you be able to develop a certain emotional maturity? Because I think we would all agree, even the people who are trying to sell positive framing, is that although we are trying to frame something, negative emotions still happen. And why do they happen? Because they are part of life. We are not able to ban that, nor should we do so. It is actually part of existence. If we would remove certain feelings from our existence, it wouldn't be our existence. The negative is relevant in order to have the positive and the other way around. This is basic philosophy. This is the basic duality of existence. It's not a new thing, but I think it's worth being reminded of that fact. So instead of trying to frame something positively, we should actually frame whatever default framing we currently have. So if a situation happens to you and you feel a certain way, try to frame that. Try to step away from the emotion that you feel and try to frame that. What could have been worse in that situation? What could have made this situation better? What could have changed to make the situation both better and worse? The last thing is very important to think about, because in writing, it's not always bad situations that happen. It's not only bad or good consequences. It's always a mixture of things. So the next time you feel inclined to frame something positively, instead take a step back and frame the framing. Frame your emotion. Respect that emotion and value that emotion, because it's actually a gift. It is actually something that you can use in your writing. It is something that will make you a better writer. Now, you could say that I'm also trying to sell you positive framing, because what I'm telling you is that value each and every emotion to gain something positive from it. And that's true. But what I want to stress is that negative emotions are not inherently something we should try to remove from our existence. It will always be part of it, accept it, and learn to deal with it. This is everything you can do. And it doesn't matter what happens to you. It doesn't matter that in the bigger picture of things, it's not actually something bad that happened to you. It doesn't matter what situation you are in right now. It's the emotion you feel. And this emotion, trying to play with that, trying to make it worse, trying to make it better. This is creativity. This is an exercise that will make you a better writer. And if you think that this video also makes you a better writer, feel free to give it a like. Thank you.